So it appears that I have joined the dark side. Sorry, IWC, YWC for that matter. I am wearing a John Cena shirt for this Q&A. Don't ask why. I just had no patience to look for a goddamn shirt to wear for a Q&A video. This ain't Fashion Police, so screw everyone who hates my attire. That's not what this Q&A video is about. It's about a Q&A. About Battleground. I figured since Battleground was this Sunday, I was going to do a Q&A video about it. So thank you for submitting the questions. It's getting recorded as early as I possibly can. I realize I've been slacking a lot, so I wanted to record this whenever I could really early. Once again, thanks for submitting questions. This is Q&A number 11. Q&A number 12 will come back on Tuesday. Also expect a video in the coming days with my Battleground preview and predictions. But that'll be a separate video other than this Q&A. So, let's kick it off. Brian Carr, do you think pay-per-views like Battleground are completely pointless? Well, yeah. That's become really common in today's WWE. I mean, if it's not a Big 4 pay-per-view, fuck. If it's not the Big 3 pay-per-views, because I threw Survivor Series completely out there. If it's not one of the Big 3, it's not an important pay-per-view. And you could even make an argument that the other 3, the Big 3, aren't as important as they were anymore. Honestly, I'm being completely honest. So, I think Battleground is going to be another throwaway show, and I think that you're right, there is no point to it, so yeah, your argument is completely correct. What do you think will be the main event coming out of Battleground? If you mean at SummerSlam, I honestly don't know. I honestly can't even tell you. And I'm not even joking. And that's sad. Because SummerSlam is a Big 4 pay-per-view. And I can't tell you the main event leaving Battleground. That's really pathetic. And that's really sad. WWE, fix your problems. I got a lot of questions about the rumors, so I'll address all of them. Brian Culinary, Donald Joseph Riccardi, Christopher Rubio, and Tyler Balmore pretty much asked the same question. My thoughts of The Undertaker, the rumors of The Undertaker and Sting's WWE returns at Battleground. Stupid. This match could sell out a 110,000 seat stadium at WrestleMania 32. And the best thing you can do for these guys is have them appear at Battleground to set up a match at SummerSlam. Stupid. I think that they should wait until the night after the Royal Rumble. Or hell, if you want to do it early, do it at Survivor Series. And have The Undertaker and Sting come out. They both lay down the challenge to each other. They both accept it, and the match is official. Why does it have to be done at Battleground? It's already a throwaway show, and just because you add the element of surprise of Sting and The Undertaker, that's not going to make it any less of a throwaway pay-per-view. So I think it's stupid. I think that the match should happen. I think that the match will happen. I think that the timing of these arrivals is stupid. I honestly do. And for those of you who like it, fucking like it. I don't. That's it. Brian Culinary continues with some questions. How are the new NXT call-ups going to affect Battleground? Honestly, who's to say they do? I mean, obviously Kevin Owens will because he's in the match with Cena. But if you're talking about the Divas, how are they going to affect the pay-per-view? It's the Divas division of the WWE. I mean, let's be real here. How is Rollins going to knock off Lesnar? Wow. Well, there's going to be a lot of help. This is in no way, shape, or form going to be a clean match. This is in no way, shape, or form going to be straight down the middle. Absolutely 100% no extra BS. This is going to be J&J and the Authority. This is going to be Paul Heyman trying to interfere on Brock's part. And I bring up the Schleg Daddy's good point from OTRS Central. Who's to say that Seth wins clean? And who's to say that Brock wins clean? There's going to be some extra spin and some extra BS to make this match stupid and probably forgettable. But again, it's all too common in today's WWE. How is the Intercontinental title picture going to be without Ryback? With Ryback out with a staph infection. The same as it was before. And the same as it was with Ryback as champion. Completely meaningless, not thought out, not planned. No future long-term booking for them. That's it. It's going to be the same as it was before. Again, it's sad, but again, it's common. Gabe Alexander, what matches shouldn't be at Battleground and why? Orton Sheamus. God knows how many times we've seen this match. So why is it at Battleground? Of all the things you could do with Sheamus, you put him against Randy Orton. Stupid. We've seen this match 1,000 times. You can't come up with something new for both of them. Especially considering Orton's been in the company for 13 years. And you keep going back to the same stuff. Stupid. There you go. Christopher Ruby. Oh, I answered this question already. Jamie Ortega. Who will face Big Show since Ryback is injured, or will there be one less match? I honest to God hope there's going to be one less match because I don't want to see Big Show wrestle at Battleground. I don't want to see Big Show wrestle anymore. And it's sad because it's not really his fault. He was just overexposed as a giant. And because of that, it's like he's no special attraction. He's no attraction at all. And he gets put in bland stuff. He makes too many flip-flops between face and heel. His matches are boring. He's now boring on the mic. I don't want to see Big Show wrestle at Battleground. I'm sorry. But the question is, will they do something with the IC title? That's a great point. Do you just cancel the match and forget about it? Or do you go on with it as a one-on-one match? Or do you call somebody up from NXT? Or do you do something else? Ultimately time will tell, and I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it more in the Battleground predictions video. Tyler Harper, is Triple H versus Rollins at SummerSlam still a possibility, and does it make sense? A slight, slim possibility, not a big one. Does it make sense? Yeah, it does, but I think that they should save this kind of match for a Survivor Series, or maybe even push it all the way to WrestleMania. Hell, if you want to do it at Survivor Series, make it like a Team Authority versus Team Seth Rollins at Survivor Series. I think that could work. Or if you want to do a one-on-one match between them, save it till Mania. I think that if you do it at SummerSlam, you rushed it, and you just jumped right to it without any long-term planning with it, and it becomes stupid. There you go. Andrew Kirk-Burton, does Seth Rollins have any chance of beating Brock Lesnar himself? He has a chance of beating him. He has no chance of beating him by himself. I don't buy it. There's no way I'm buying it. And history has proven that I shouldn't buy it. There you go. Walter Main, why do they insist of using terrible pay-per-view names like Battleground? I don't really think it's that terrible. I don't think Battleground's a bad name. I just think it's a bad pay-per-view. It's just a throwaway show. And I mean, it's not as bad of a pay-per-view name. May I introduce you to Fastlane? Now that is a bad pay-per-view name. But Battleground, I don't think that's that bad. I honestly don't. I think it kind of fits, but at the same time, you still have to do something that resembles that pay-per-view theme. Kind of like what you do with Money in the Bank, like what you do with Hell in a Cell. I mean, it's named Battleground, make it an actual battleground. And going into the pay-per-view, you only have 5 matches on the card, and one of them is still iffy. One of them's still up in the air. This is going to be a forgettable pay-per-view. I guarantee you that. Will Owens-Cena live up to their other 2 matches? Probably, as long as the finish is done in the right way. Could Lesnar versus Rollins be a similar match to Brock versus Punk? There's going to be some possibility, but at the same time, how should I fucking put this? This Brock versus Punk was before Brock destroyed Cena, and as a consequence of that, became absolutely unstoppable. So, I have to word this right. Hold on. Alright, Brock versus Punk happened before Lesnar broke the streak, and it happened before Lesnar destroyed Cena. At least Brock beat him, but Punk still put up a hell of a fight. Brock didn't put him down as badly as everyone thought he would. However, now you look at Seth Rollins, and all of this feuding is taking place after Brock beat the streak, after Brock decimated Cena twice, after Brock decimated Reigns and wound up, even though he lost the title, he still looked strong doing it. So, there's going to be some similarities. It's not going to be a completely similar match. I don't think it's going to be. The story's not as good as Brock versus Punk. And there's going to be some similarities, but it's not the same. It's not totally the same. Could Battleground be one of those pay-per-views that is sneaky good, like doesn't look like much on paper, but it really delivers? I think some of the matches will be really good. Like, I see Reigns and Bray Wyatt going to be a good match, I hope. Cena Owens III is going to be a good match. Brock Rollins is going to have some elements that make it really good, or at least close to really good. Orton and Sheamus, even though we've seen it a lot, it could surprise someone. So it could. I don't think it will. Will Roman versus Wyatt be any good? Yeah, I just said that. The feud's been pretty good. I really hope the match is good. And I really hope that in the end, even if one goes over and one gets buried, at least, how should I put this? Hold on. Have them both go out looking strong, even if one buries the other, or if one beats the other so badly that they can never recover. I mean, try to have them look strong in the end, even in defeat. Alec Costello, if that made any sense. If Owens loses, how will that affect his image? Well, it won't affect it. It will affect his momentum badly. Especially if he loses to Cena for the second straight time. It'll make his entire debut run meaningless. Like, why call him up if you were just going to have him lose to Cena? It's kind of stupid. and I'll talk about this more in the Battleground video this weekend. When will the tag team titles matter again? Well, this isn't a Battleground question. I'll answer it anyway. How should I put this? When pigs fly. When WWE puts the world title on a black guy. When Donald Trump isn't a racist. So to answer your question, never. Are you thinking DQ finish in Rollins versus Lesnar? That could happen. I would hate if that ended a pay-per-view. I would hate it if a DQ finish ended a pay-per-view. They could be stupid. And the last question, will one of the NXT call-ups get a match at Battleground, and will it be of substantial length? Well, the only people that I see potentially wrestling at Battleground are the NXT women, and because they're already in the Divas division of the WWE, no, they're not going to get substantial time. Nor will I really care about their match. So thanks again for submitting questions for this Battleground Q&A, Q&A number 11. Q&A number 12 is coming Tuesday. The Battleground preview is coming this weekend. The Battleground review, yeah, there's a review too. More of me is coming either Monday or Tuesday. Thanks a lot. Good night.